Hi, my name is Kay. I'm a poet and a writer, and on this channel I like to do lyric reactions and breakdowns. I am still kind of in a transition period from when we got our carpets redone. I have not yet put everything back where it goes. And part of that is because we finally decided to get rid of a lot of our old and broken furniture and kind of upgrade. Like, I'm in my 30s now. It's time to have nice things. So all of my old bookcases, you probably couldn't tell if you had paid any attention to the background of my video. Like, that's not the point of this channel. But my bookshelf was being held up on 3 legs. One of them was just totally rotted and broken. So I'm getting new bookshelves. I haven't gotten all of them yet due to supply chain issue. So once I get them all set up and get all my books back up and get everything set up, there'll be a nicer setup. For right now, this is what we're working with. But at least there's something now, other than when I reacted to Mason Dreamcatcher video, which link up above. That one was so cool, but I had to do that with like a blank white wall, and I definitely don't like how that looks when I edit it. So we've got something. I really wanted to do some reactions. There's probably gonna be a couple of them with this setup because I like to do batch filming, but I've been really into Stray Kids' Ordinary album. It's fantastic. I think they did such a good job with it. And I have not yet reacted to my favorite song off of the album, which I think when I did the Maniac reaction, it was my first look at it, and I felt like it was a very Stray Kids song. This song is very much my style of song. That song was their style, this is my style. This is the song I like the most. I was immediately drawn to. I still think is one of my favorites. And I haven't really looked at the lyrics very much yet. I think I read them through like one time, but mostly I just listened to it because I love how it sounds, and that is Lonely Street. Absolutely my favorite song off of this album. So it is about time. Stray Kids, Lonely Street. Let's enjoy the video. I think they've learned that starting off with Changbin is really a good strength of the group. He's very like direct. I like his lyrics a lot, but I mostly like this part where they use the word astray. They are the Stray Kids, and so the word is still astray, still off course, still, yeah, off course is actually the best word. I don't know why I tried to find a better one, but astray is like off course. But also still a stray, still a stray kid, even though they're feeling blacked out, spaced out, isolated. It's really, it's a simple play on words, but it's a clever one, especially because it's very much then tying you back into the group. Like, it's relatable in the sense that a stray is something that anyone can be, but also tying back that they are the Stray Kids. I love it. I think it's really cool. I reacted to Changbin's Streetlight, and it's coming up again in this one. This is a deserted street without a single light. The street lights went out a long time ago. Either late at night or very deserted, very quiet, very much this sense of isolation. And Felix says, I close my eyes for a moment and see the night. I can't see anything anyway. And what did I expect? Even if I open my eyes, it's still the same. There's this sense of things being part of your expectations when they're really pessimistic. This like deep sense of pessimism. This deep sense of like isolation and loneliness. Oh, okay, before we get to the actual chorus again, this is so good. So I feel like I'm gonna collapse in exhaustion. I don't think I can go any further. Like, this is really feeling like the end breath. But this is my last time walking this way. Like, this is really like the hope comes through. Han saying, although I have a lot taken away from me, This is my last time walking this way. And this could be either walking, of course, it's depending upon what the translation is, this could be more exact, but this could be walking down this street. This is my last time walking down this lonely road, or this is my last time feeling this way. This is the last time I'm gonna let these feelings affect me. And don't comfort me, only know that I'm still on my way. And I love that. I love that sentiment. Like, I don't need your help. I don't need to be picked up from this feeling of loneliness. Like, I understand my situation, and I'm not going to let it drag me down. Like, I'm still moving forward, even though it feels like I'm in this like really dark space. And I love when people talk about mental health this way. I think I talked about it with my blue and gray video too. I really appreciate when people are like, this is how it feels, and describe it very well and be like, and it isn't okay. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be okay. Like, I'm still going somewhere. I still recognize that this isn't the end, even though it can feel like it could be. And I appreciate that version of talking about mental illness, where the relatability is still there. And it's not just offering easy messages. It's not just offering like comfort, but the kind of comfort it's offering is that there's simply going to be more later. Like, you will get through it, even though it's no good right now. I really, really like those kinds of messages. Okay, let's get to the good part. I love how desolated and isolated sound. Like, just how those words sound on your ears is fantastic, and using them together as the rhyme with each other is beautiful. They sound fantastic. And I also love just stuff it all, because I'ma go on my way. Who cares? Just you know, stuff is the PG version of fuck. Just fuck it all. I'm gonna go on my way. Like, family friendly, so stuff it all, but I like that it's definitely like a fuck it all. Okay, and so this is a really interesting section also, because they're acknowledging both paths. Every night and day I'm walking, like I'm going somewhere, I'm doing my work, I'm trying hard. Although I'm lonely, I'm a lone king. Like, I'm still powerful in this loneliness. And I pull out my sword, I draw my own path. Like, there's a lot of power in this isolation, a lot of power in following this path, even though it is very isolated, very desolated, very lonely. And like, I can't see anything, there's no road, you know, kind of when you're carving your own path is basically what they're saying. Like, there's nothing to follow, there's no moonlight, there's no path. I'm just kind of doing my best, going the direction that I believe in, basically. And I'm still astray, because obviously there's no direction, that there's no path that they're on. And I just like that they have that, the juxtaposition of like this horrible lonely feeling and this powerful feeling, like the pulling out the sword, being a king, versus the darkness and the loneliness. And it's really kind of cool. And then we're back to astray. I'm still astray. I'm still a stray kid. No matter what pulls me down. I love it. Oh, I love it so much. This is really like, I love this kind of song so much. Also, I feel like this is gonna tie in with storyline. Lino getting up and being the only one who does. Their storyline is hard to follow. Their storyline is all over the place. It's gonna take me more time. I watched some videos to try and make it make sense. I was struggling with it. Ooh. So what did you guys think of Lonely Street? I honestly like that. This is my favorite. That is my type of song, okay? I really like that type of song that has like the word plays. I appreciate when some of the word plays are in English so I catch them the first time and then I can go in and be like, oh, they're doing this with Korean as well. They're doing a lot of different things and bringing in like those juxtapositions. Juxtaposition is always one of the like strongest elements, especially with your lyrics and with poetry, where you're saying like this thing that is unlike this thing is like this thing and here's why, or this thing can relate to this thing and here's why. Like explaining something, the two unlike things. This is what metaphor is all about. Explaining two unlike, like comparing two unlike things and explaining something else stronger because you compared those things. Did I say that well? I don't think I did, but hopefully you get what I mean by that. And I always appreciate that. I always appreciate where there's a lot more layers to something. And I think that song just encapsulates us really well. And I'm very proud of Stray Kids. I'm really glad I got into them like right before this album dropped so I could still appreciate like the God's Menu era. And I'll get to God's Menu, I promise. Like of course that's on my list as well. But the list is really long now, you guys. And I'm still super into Stray Kids and I'm trying to get to all of these other things, and Dreamcatcher's album is out. I will get to it all, I promise. But let me know what you thought of this video in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I'll be sure to do more. I post videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And if you're interested in poetry and metaphor, my first channel is all about writing, AuthorTube, poetry, books. So there's links to that down below as well. And yeah, I will talk to you again soon. Bye.